We're going corporate casual this week. I figured we do something a little different this week. Usually we watch somebody kind of act in the fool and kind of pick apart how they're not marketing themselves correctly. But when you boil it all down, what does it usually come to? Lack of accountability. Now, accountability as defined by the APA is essentially when someone is accountable to someone else for their decisions, behaviors, or judgment. What's the antithesis of accountability? The self-esteem movement. Now, with the rise of social media and how much insight we've gotten into people's lives, it can seem like the whole self-esteem movement is a relatively new thing. It's not. The founder of the self-esteem movement, Nathaniel Branden, published his book, The Psychology of Self-Esteem, in 1969. So for those that think that the rise of narcissistic tendencies and lack of accountability is all because of social media, I got bad news for you. To get an idea of why the self-esteem movement can be so detrimental to accountability and, as an extension, getting what you want, we're going to watch a TEDx video of Jennifer Ermintrout. She's going to lay bare that even though something sounds good and nice on the outside, doesn't mean it functions that way when you apply it.
Do you feel just caught up in that stress every day? Or are you in that other group? That other group where there's stress around you, but it's no big deal. You have the tools to manage it. You go to work and you feel engaged, you feel inspired, you feel like you're making a difference.
So right away, we're already talking all about feelings. Here's the danger with using feelings to get a gauge on whether you're having a successful mindset or not. Because in a study published by Study Finds, 46% of Americans think that they are the best person they know. But that's in direct contrast with the facts. In America, only 22% of our 12th grade students are at least proficient in science. And the American Society of Civil Engineers give American infrastructure a D+ rating. Now we can blame these problems on whatever your personal favorite boogeyman is. But the facts are clear. Just thinking you're awesome does not mean you are awesome. So before making a decision on what moves you need to make in life, make sure you're not just consulting your feelings. Her whole angle is just thinking you're not good enough. Is it possible that you're not good enough? Because that's how real progress is made. Instead of just breaking your arm, patting yourself on the shoulder, you can actually figure out what went wrong, how to fix it, and how to achieve those goals.
And it's that voice that says, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not doing enough, you're not funny enough, and you know what? Everybody might have actually left the audience right now because you're not enough.
That's really easy to figure out. Did everybody leave the audience because you're not good enough?
You know, I've had that voice for so long. I don't even remember where it came from. What I know is that voice is bullshit. That voice is what holds us back.
Depends, maybe that voice is not bullshit. If you want to try out to be an NBA player, but you can't even run 5 feet without getting winded, no, you're not good enough. Go to the gym, get your cardio up, figure out what you gotta do so that you can get on the level of an NBA player. But just rolling up to the court, passing after 5 feet and thinking, I'm amazing, is not gonna get you into the league.
And it is the root of our symptoms, and that voice shapes the way we feel and what we think about ourselves. And this is what I believe we need to change. This is what I believe we need to get selfish about, because it's this voice that holds us back from having the impact in our lives that we deserve.
Coming from someone that's done plenty of sales in their lifetime, I am really not digging the manipulative tactics Jennifer's using right now in her speech. Jennifer's not giving out any facts, she's not giving any statistics, she's not giving out anything objective to tie her points to. Hey, I'm posing this solution, and here's the reason why it works. Everyone undergoes stress. The key element in working with stress is how you handle it. Do you use it to get better? Take my time in the Army. Yeah, that's me. When I was going through basic, it is all stress. People are yelling at you, the food sucks, you can't sleep, you're constantly working out, everything hurts, and you just want to be done with it. But if you know how to handle that stress and channel it, you can be better and do more. When I went into basic, I was weak. I couldn't run a 20-minute 2-mile to save my life. I was over there dying. But by putting my nose to the grindstone, working with that stress, and then building something productive out of it, I was able to complete a 15-minute 2-mile, no questions asked. Too easy. So if you're putting yourself through more stress than you need to, okay, that could be a problem. But there comes a real certain point where stress cannot be avoided, and it is all about how you cope with it and how you move on.
Of stress that they're under. To have a conversation, to be there with somebody when you are feeling extreme amounts of stress. We can't do it. Where is the connection that we can have with each other when we're experiencing that stress? It doesn't exist. I believe.
I feel like Mr. Krabs right now.
You would have never have lasted in the
Army.
Let's see how bad you are.
But seriously, what does she think the foundation is for the armed forces and other high-stress jobs like it? Being able to bond with other people through hardships. Think about which product each of us is pitching right now. Jennifer's pitching is that your life is too hard, be more selfish, do this for yourself, you can't do it. I'm pitching to you, yes, you can do it. You just gotta know how to ride the lightning and make the stress work for you. Which one's actually empowering and which one's just giving you excuses?
We need to get selfish. We need to find that place within ourselves where we can experience joy.
We have over 25 million single-parent children in this country alone. And the vast majority of them was not because one of the parents died. I think we're all good on being selfish here.
Maybe thinking, okay, how can we do that? You know, my joy is sunsets. Yours might be something different. Yours might be dancing naked in the middle of your living room. Maybe yours is knitting. I think some of you might have a secret knitting passion that you really want to get in touch with, but you have to find yours. There is study after study that's done on on spending time in nature, on the benefits of yoga, on the benefits of meditating, of laughter, of exercise.
Now, I'm not disregarding everything Jennifer's saying. Me personally, I'm a yoga junkie. I love me some yoga. But just doing things you enjoy is not going to provide the discipline that you need to carry on and accomplish your goals even when the going gets hard. As long as within the realm of being healthy and productive for you, if you don't like it, honestly, one of the best course of action is to keep doing it. You don't like vegetables? Eat more vegetables. Find ways to make those vegetables tasty, yet still healthy for you. You don't like exercising? Keep exercising. Make it a habit of discipline, being able to push yourself to accomplish your goals even when it gets hard, and a habit. In a study brought to life by Brandon Gale, one of the lead factors of procrastination is that there's usually something a lot more enjoyable to do. So yes, take healthy breaks, be able to refresh yourself, come back with a focused head. But if your solution is just doing stuff that you like more often, that is not going to work out for your goals.
You know, for those of you who are leaders, who are thought leaders, change agents, or innovators.
Okay, I've done a fair amount of corporate work, but holy shit, could you cram any more buzzwords in there?
Which is all of you here watching. It is up to you to reframe what selfish means. Because until you do...
Remember that definition from the API I brought up about accountability? This is the exact antithesis of this mindset. Yes, we do live in a society, but part of living in a society is that it's not just about a ton of people making sure your needs are met, it's about making sure that you're also meeting other people's needs. And you can't do that if you're always the one setting up your own standards. I feel like I'm doing a good enough job. I feel like I'm the greatest person I know. A lot of the time, you have to be able to take the feedback from someone else and then roll with that. Are there plenty of times where it absolutely sucks? Yeah. Guess what? As long as it's healthy, do it anyway.
You are not going to have that impact in this world that you deserve. You're not going to have the connections with other people that you're meant to have.
This is Fear Mongering 101. If you don't do this, bad things are going to happen. I brought you facts, figures, and statistics. She brought you just believe me. I'm bringing you empowerment to accomplish the goals that you're setting for yourself. She's bringing you just make excuses and do more of what you want to do. Which one is going to give you what you want in life?
And that stress. You can choose to be one of those 50% of people who are in that stress, or you can choose to get selfish. To find that place, to find your joy, to reduce that negative talk in your head. You get to choose. My question for you today is, what do you choose?
Okay, in sales is what's known as a call to action. I gave you all this, I gave some information, I try to convince you, now do it. So fine, we'll play the same game. Do the hard thing, do the right thing, and use accountability every single day. And when you hold Jennifer's philosophy up to even a modicum of scrutiny, it falls apart like a wet paper towel. So where's the corporate example in this? Electronic Arts. Electronic Arts rolled out Battlefield 2042. Absolutely no one cared about what they thought of themselves, what they thought they provided, if they were doing things that they enjoyed. No one cared. What they did care about is they put out a terrible product. Think about that. Your excuses are literally the Battlefield 2042 of marketing. Absolutely no one cares if you felt happy while you weren't meeting your goals. All they will care about is if you met the goals or not. Considering the channel is going to be all about improving yourself, it is all based on the foundation of accountability. And this is why I made a whole video about it. This is Mr. Marketing. Thanks for watching.